Katie. Welcome to my coaching moment. Working remotely. What do you need? This follows on from yesterday. We're talking about interpersonal needs. This is what we need from each other. People need people, and as we look at this plant behind me, this wonderful plant, we need people to a different varying amounts. So just like plants need a certain amount of water, too much, too little, and they will wither away, similarly with people, we all have a certain need, a set point with each other, and if we get too much or too little behaviour, it's really uncomfortable and all kinds of conflict arise as a result. Yesterday we looked at inclusion, today we're going to look at control, and tomorrow affection. Control. If I say some key words related to control, and as I say them, think about whether you are high in this area, somewhere in the middle, or low. So high control is all around a need for decision making, a need to be in charge of, having influence over, having authority over people, events, processes and resources. People who are low in control actually enjoy autonomy, freedom, independence, don't want to be in charge, but also don't want anyone else to be in charge of them. And you might want to think about this in relation to your nearest and dearest, as well as in the workplace. And simple things like who gets to decide what you're doing and when, who decides where you're going on holiday, who makes the decisions around how you spend your weekends, who holds the remote control in your household, who drives the car and who's comfortable that you're driving the car. When you go shopping, how and who spends the money and how does that get decided? All of these really simple things get to the heart of control. And notice what it's like when you are given authority that you don't want, or indeed someone else is taking charge and that's not comfortable with you. So those people who are high in control, and usually just by saying some of those key words, you know who you are, there's a need to be in charge, in control. What's really important for you right now is to have a plan, to be clear about what are the big decisions, what do you have control and influence over, and what is it not worth your while making that fight for. So it's really important that you know how you can be successful. What decisions can you make? What clarity can you get over the things that you are currently less clear about? And how are you going to work with people around you to get that success in the short term? And also outside of work, in your home, how are you going to have the influence and authority you need? And if you are very high on control, you might want to think about how you can still have that influence and decision making, perhaps with wider groups and networks outside of your immediate home, because it might be quite taxing on those people who are in your immediate environment. Those people who are low in control, there is a desire for autonomy and freedom and avoiding that. So you might want to think about how you can get enough space, headspace, freedom and autonomy in this time when we are locked down with other people around us. Control is really important to get right. Remember, we all have this basic need to be competent, but in order to be competent, we all have to have a certain degree of influence and authority. Too much, we feel incompetent. Too little, we feel incompetent. Have a think about your control, what you need, and do by all means get in touch, share some ideas, questions, comments, suggestions. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you.